Okay, so let's pick off from where we did yesterday. Okay, so in particular, yesterday we kind of got the first version that kind of looks like what I want the finished version to be. It's really simple. It's just a quiz game that shows images and then a bunch of options to select from. So there's something like this. But yeah, what we want to do now is figure out. We basically need to pass an input file. So like each time someone selects like an option and is kind of correct and the next screen is updated, we're going to need to generate a bunch of different options as well as a different kind of image from those that have been selected. But the text options are going to have to be stored somewhere, and the textures representing these images are going to have to be stored somewhere too. Currently, we are storing them in this thing, image information. However, and so what we want to do is basically write something to just pass the information in here, so that in particular it will kind of just extract the name of these image files and then other information, which will eventually display. I think the most important one is just going to be the kind of the name of the name of these animals, which we'll also need to add in here. But later on towards the end, we'll also add in like on the screen like the author of these photographs, as well as like the Creative Commons license, maybe even a link to things. We can figure this out. Okay. So yeah, so I think ultimately this is going to come down to passing a like comma separated file or like a semicolon separated file and just extracting the strings from that. Since I'm extremely new to Zig, this isn't something I've done before, but so this would be a good excuse for me to learn some of the like tokenizer libraries and so forth. Okay, so to begin with, why don't we just make a like test file we want to pass. So perhaps this can be 0.png. I'm still like debating what the semicolons or commas are. We'll go with commas. And then sort of the name of something. So you could say butterfly 1, and then something else. What are some other ones we can add in here? We can just say URL, author, this is my first, last name, license. Okay. And then and I think this should be fine to begin with. We now just want to get do something where we just try and write something in Zig, which will at compile time read in the contents of this file, store them in some struct, and then return that struct at comp time. And then this means that we'll just have packaged the most relevant information of this into a binary. Okay, so yeah, so the stream today / recording is going to be kind of boring, but essential stuff. Okay. So let's just do parser dot zig. And I think we can actually use one of the Zig examples on the Zig homepage in order to do this. Like this is something which is, this is an example which is passing a bunch of integers. So in particular, if we do zig run parser.zig, this is unexpected. Okay, I guess what we really should be saying is what zig test parser. Okay, yeah. So that is working, and we just want to adapt this for our case. So let's see what's happening. So this is something that we are gonna want to replace this with something that's going to import the entire file at comp time. How do we do this? Where's the Zig documentation? It's called, like, I think it's like load at file time. Or we can just ask the internet. How do I load a file time in Zig? Break out the LOM. Embed file. So we can say test input is equal to embed file test.txt. Let's actually check this is what it is. Embed. Okay, it's here. Yeah, just give it a you give it a path and it just returns. Give it a path and returns that. Okay, great. And then yeah, we need to assign an allocator, which we haven't done before, so this would be a good exercise in that. We're not going to want the hang on. Since we're doing this at comp time, we don't want an allocator. We're going to want to just return. We're going to want to convert all of the fields in this struct to stuff and just return that at comp time. I kind of feel that if we're doing this tokenize any, we do actually need access to an allocator. Okay, I'm going to check out this allocator, this tokenize any function. Yeah, let's go to the Zig. Where's the standard library? Tokenize any. What? Oh, silly me. Mem.zig. Tokenize any. Okay, here it is. Okay, yeah, so in this example here, passing in this string with spaces and these horizontal lines are going to return, yeah, all of these parts we want, and then it will finish with a null. If buffer is empty, the iterator will return null. Okay, so well, it.next, okay. So yeah, so presumably when it comes to the null at the end, that's when it fails the it.next condition. But what's that actually doing? Okay, so it's returning some token iterator. What's that? Oh, here, keep it over here. I don't know why in the standard Zig mode the syntax highlighting in Emacs is off, but anyway. So we're doing it.next. What's that? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we're saying self.peak or else return null. What's the peak doing? Okay. I'm still missing like why the while loop fails when a null is reached. I'm not yet seeing that logic. Because yeah, this it.next, isn't this like one of the philosophies in Zig is that this should always be a bool. So I mean that isn't a boolean. Maybe something to learn about a bit later then. To look into. Let's do it now. Okay. So let's see. So like all of these examples so far are still booleans in here. Okay, but this is one where it's similar to this case. Right, like this isn't a boolean, but this is what's happening. Okay, so while with optionals, just like if expressions, while loops can take an optional as the condition and caption the payload. So yeah, which is this. When null is encountered, the loop exits. Okay, so it's built into the compiler. Okay. Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this, and I didn't realize you could do this with if expressions as well. Oh, okay. So presumably then you can put whatever function you want here, just provided it's returning something that's either a value or possibly null, and then yeah, and then you can just use that as normal. Okay, interesting language feature. And how do you do this with the if statements? So yeah, standard bools. Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh, this is really curious. Okay. Yeah, I can see this as I'm not gonna lie. I wonder why this decision was made instead of saying if like A is not null, or if A is null, continue, and then you do keep everything Boolean. But okay, like casting, doing cast from like pointers to see if they're nulls is common enough that I can see this. I can somewhat understand why this decision was made. It's still a bit weird. Okay. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so provided it's not null, it's returning, what was it? What's the if dot next? It's returning either a string or, okay, basically a string or null, and then if it's a string, okay, then we're saying try passing it. Okay, so now to do it with our version, what do we want to do again? Yeah, we want to do this one. That's not the one we want to do. We want to do this one. I still actually am unsure of like when you're doing buffers where Emacs chooses to display them. It's still really weird. And we're doing the parser. That's it. Okay, so yeah, so we want to do. We have to figure out this allocator stuff though. So we'll do test.log equals, we'll figure out something here, and then instead of this array list, this is where we want to actually set up our struct. So we can say, what should it be at this stage? Let's just pass like the first two strings. So we can say constant make this a struct. Names is where the first is just like a file name, and then the sort of animal name, make this a const as well. Okay, and then if this is actually like, let me just check the struct syntax again. Here. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, there's some other features, but we'll leave it with this for now. So we want to say, yeah, a variable So like names test to be names, and then we'll just make it have 2 of these. And then we want to fill this with the stuff. So okay, let's copy this. Do tokenize any, and our test input. Like splitting up a file with lines is a common enough thing that I would imagine there's a way to do this in the standard library. We could go back to it. Is it mem.zig? So like lines, crank out the LM. How do I split a file into lines? Because yeah, in Odin there's specific versions of these that just do lines. Okay, I suppose. Like there's this whole issue of like depending on the like operating system, there's like different characters used for different ends of lines, which I find annoying, but okay, we'll just deal with this. But like, there's nothing. This is historical. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Okay, so this is now split it into lines, and then yeah, and then we want to say, well, this is not returning a null. Capture the line, and then we want to pass this into the fields. But we also want like an index. Let's say line index. Let's make this a like 32, and then take it back to the yep, this one. We'll need to modify this so that if we add a comment at the top, it will kind of skip the comment, but this should be fine for now. Yeah, so for each of these lines, we now want to tokenize over the commas. So now we want to say that'd be a nice way of doing this, but whatever. Let's say line it's standard.mem.token any instead of test input, it's now the line, and then we're doing over that. Field, and then yeah, we need to keep track of the field index as well. So for 0. So here we are. So I just want to use this field index to kind of index the elements of the struct, but perhaps that would kind of make this problem if we're giving these things names, I think. Like an easy way would just be to say this struct is now just a fixed array of strings. That's fine, but I think I feel like it would be easier and better to actually give these structs that are going to contain the information in our app actual names. So now it's just a question of how to deal with that. What's an approach? Like, I'm thinking of just doing the fixed array for now, just to kind of get this working. Yeah, let's just do that, and then like we can iron out the finer details later. Okay, so instead of being a struct, this is now just a fixed array of two strings, and okay, yeah. We might actually need to do something more than this. Yeah, we will. Okay, and now we're going to say for everything in here, we now want, oh no. Names test the line index, and then the field index. We want this to equal the field. And then once it's updated that, increase the field index by 1. And then when it's done that, increase the line index by 1 as well. And then list.dnit. I mean, that kind of should be it. I'm just wondering what we need to do for memory cleanup. We'll deal with it. There should be a compiler error, and if not, we'll think about it slightly later. So let's also just print what we've done so far. So we'll call dprint here, standard.debug.print, and then let's debug print what these names test is. Okay. Let's do it this way. So yeah, this isn't what we want. What we want to do is zig run parser.zig. Okay. I need to deal with this. What are the different allocators in Zig? Like there's this temporary allocator that I just want to use. Like how do we do this? Would it be like standard.temp.alloc? No. I was going to go back to the Zig links exercises. I remember that this was covered in them in some way. So how do we do this? So So we don't want, there's no need for a heap allocator, right? We just want, oh, maybe we do. So yeah, what's this doing? So yeah, take some arena allocator, initialize it. Okay, choosing an allocator. This is, okay, time to read this. Okay, yeah, so yeah, initializing, yeah, I think we just want a fixed buffer allocator. Okay, this is a good example, since this is the simplest. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely the case. We're gonna know for the file what this is bounded by. Like, we can literally just compute the length of the file and then, you know, at comp time, and then say that's the upper bound. So that would be simple. Okay, so yeah, we do want this standard.heat.fixed buffer allocator. And then and yeah, the beautiful thing about arena allocators, you just clear them all at once. Okay. Well, I'm surprised this call isn't like arena.clear. Okay. But again, it's trivial. Just you deinitialize it and initialize it again, so it's fine. Okay. I think this is actually all we need to do, and we can just start reading this, start using this. Okay. Okay. So that's 42. Okay, so we've got parser.sig. So we want to go. So this allocator here is now standard.heat.fixed buffer allocator. And then we need to assign something here, so we can just say temp buffer, and then above we'll just say like temp axis, definitely not const, temp buffer is 100 will actually be enough in our case. Okay, but we're gonna have to import. Oh no, it's all inside. Yeah. Put that on the stack. Use this area on the stack as an allocator. Then, like, I find it a bit weird that like we're saying initialize it here, but then we kind of need to call it with something else. But okay. Oh, and it's a variable as well. Okay. So actually, this isn't. Well, I call this a fixed buffer allocator, and okay, this is our a temporary test fixed buffer allocator, and then our actual test allocator is going to be this thing dot allocator. Okay. Okay, and now I can start to use this for stuff. So, so in particular, and I think that's so in particular. So yeah, we'll try compiling this again. Variables must be initialized. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to get rid of a bunch of the rest of this code. Okay. Yeah, and we do need to use this now. So, yeah, so I guess it's this part. No, that's fine. Actually, I guess this is fine. Like if we're embedding this file, all these text is just going to be somewhere in mem. Okay, if all of this stuff was put on the stack, then sure. All of the strings here are just going to be memory locations and lengths. But since this is comp time, isn't the idea that like this is going to kind of like the parts of this that are not necessary will disappear. Root structure file parser has no member name main. Yeah, that's really important. Root structure file mem has no member name token any. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Let's tokenize any. Dude, did I not just say that? Can I format an array without a specifier? Any. Okay. Okay, yeah. Weird things happening as expected. So index out of bound, index 2, length 2. I think this is because the file has, yeah, this like extra line at the end. So we're gonna have to deal with this. We just want to ignore passing something if it's not of the specified format. So we could say how to do this. If I think we can literally say just if this first character does not equal this string quote, just continue. I think that would be fine. Doesn't want that. What's wrong with this? I don't get it. Why does it expect a statement here? All right, because it's This isn't really the right thing to do anyway, since we kind of need to. Oh no, it is fine. It's yeah. I'm totally confused. What's happening? Should I just get rid of it? Okay. Okay. So no more compile errors, but it is issuing these. So yeah, it's okay. It's still doing this. It's still doing the panic. Why? Why don't we just do if the length of the line is not greater than or equal to 2 or something like that. How do we do lengths? Is it? I think it's just .len in Zig. Oh, come on. Like, what on earth's going on? I'm not liking this. We're not even getting to printing these statements yet. Oh, so it's kind of failing on, it's failing when it's reading the first line then? Is that the idea? I see, yeah. We're being really silly here. We have way more fields here than just two, right? So it's trying to save that somewhere and failing. So let's just say here, if the field index is greater than or equal to 2, continue as well. Nope. I'm getting a seg fault. And it is trying to print something. Oh, I see. These look like ASCII to me. Okay, so it looks like it is kind of, yeah, it's printing that one, printing the next, and then getting a seg fault. Okay, so like, surely this wouldn't work either. Oh, we got a deadlock detected. Damn. Okay. Okay, so it is printing out the strings like we wanted now, and then like this from at no stage have I didn't think we were doing any multi-threaded stuff, but apparently we have in the background. Okay. But it's not really continue, actually. We want to break. And likewise up here. Okay, nope. Not happening either. So yeah, what to do? We could look up some examples of just passing code in Zig and then just kind of copy that or figure out what they're doing and what we're not. Definitely like advent of code stuff, there's passing all over that, so that might be an option. Heaps of examples of that. Yeah, because someone who is just learning this and doesn't really know what's going on, I have no idea what's failing. Yeah, let alone why there's a like deadlock happening. Like I guess in this stack trace, maybe it's kind of saying it. I'm also not super familiar with the correct things to put in these format arguments as well. Maybe it would actually be better to say, instead of just printing out all of this here, we could say for everything in this names test, call it like info. We could then say here print again, like print the list of strings, but it's again, this doesn't seem satisfying. This doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Deadlock detected. Yeah, let's just look at some examples. Let's see some problems that involve parsing like this. Okay, something like that. If this is the input, this is going to be something with a lot of sorting. Especially since the arrays of these are different. Okay. Okay, let's look up this then. GitHub advent of code 2023 music. So how are they doing all of this stuff? Yeah, embedding this file. Go away. Not doing this with a fixed allocator, but okay. Find seed location. Okay, so maybe split, yeah, maybe we want to be using split any instead of this tokenize. What does split any do? what's the difference between this and tokenize any then? Okay. Yeah, maybe the first thing to do to get this working is just to use some dynamic array, just to use an arena allocator from like the standard memory stuff, and then once that's working, then actually make it fixed size, then actually stop using an array list and just importing stuff. Because I think like already after like 50 minutes of just not even kind of doing this, I feel like this is the way to go. Like this stuff is so frustrating when you're learning it. It's so frustrating. Okay, so so yeah, let's literally just like split it on the level of lines first. Each line goes into an array list. We then like build a separate array list for each line, and then yeah, okay, we'll just do everything with these array lists. I'll go back to ziglang.org. So we'll try using this one again, but just using the same allocators instead of something different. But we'll remember, we'll keep this stuff. Yeah. So, okay, so we still want the same input, although we're not doing any passing of integers here. So ignore that. Just want to put this into stuff. So we're just passing file, use the standard testing allocator. Instead of an array list of that, we want an array list of strings. Which I don't, maybe this won't like, but anyway. And then we're just tokenizing this. Like, no, let's just do something even simpler, which is literally just tokenize over like import all names into a single array, all strings into a single array, and then we'll see if this works. We're not doing that, we're just appending these fields. Ignore this. Ignore this, and we just want to print it out in the end. Hopefully it will figure out what we mean by that. Okay. Let's try this again. So I guess we're going to do zig test parser. Are we not? why is this not working? We just did zig test pass everything right. Yeah. Expect statement found test. Line 15. Okay, redeclaration of standard. Yeah, we should probably get rid of that. Use of undeclared identifier input. Should be test input. Doesn't know what fields are. Indeed. And 2 unused arguments in S. Let's just do any. Oh, I know why. Because we didn't wrap that. Okay, this at least isn't giving us a multi-threaded error. I guess that's good. Yeah, okay, it's really... we need to figure out how to like specify these format specifies in Zig. This is too fundamental for us to just ignore. How do we, where's the documentation for this? Format printing Zig guide. This is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, in Odin when you just print structs, everything kind of works. I don't even need to print. I can just leave it like I guess we should look through here. We might just need to look up the source for the print function. Yeah. It's this one. So we want to do. We will need to look this up. Zig library. Format.zig one. What? How is this the printing function? And that's where we are. This is annoying. This is really annoying. There were some Ziegling's exercises that did this. Like, I just want a PDF saying, here are some examples of things to print. This is what you insert inside the bracket in order to print those. Like, that's literally all I want. I just want to know how to say, this thing that you're meant to be printing is an array of strings. Please print the strings instead of printing U8s. That's all I want to know. How does this work again? So let's just see. Like, printing pretty much happens in all of these. Forget, like, which are the ones with, like, interesting printing functions? Like, digit expected. Let's just use the LOM. This is so annoying. How do I print a list of strings in C? No, I want a list. No, this is not this. That's not correct. There was like something in Ziegling's about like format specifiers, like it's. Like, I remember one exercise actually looked into like one of the print functions and something was comp time. So if we do, yeah, like fn print, I guess we can look in like the standard testing.z. And what was it? This is 24. Again, like, how is this how is this the printing function? Like, so this one is just calling the debug.print, which is where we were already, right? But this, like, debug print like. Well, I'm totally confused by this. Like, where in this is the actual printing happening? I don't get it. I guess, oh, it's standard error.print is where it's in? Okay. Like what? Where do I find this standard error function? What standard error? This is so infuriating. Where is this in the top of the file? What does this mean? Is standard error dot print not referring to a library that has been imported? Okay, if it's standard, no, this is, we'll go back to the Ziegling's exercises again, and we'll just search for just print throughout the entire thing, and then we'll just look through here for an appropriate version. Okay, so it's in formatting by the looks of it. The comments for the format function are the only definitive way to learn how to do format strings. Okay, line 29, whenever this was last updated. Okay, I guess we finally got here. So much fun. Okay, yeah, so this is ultimately it. Like, are there some examples of this? I just want to see. Doesn't look like there are many examples. Okay, there's lots of examples of printing numbers, but I want to print some strings. I want to print array of strings. Yeah, it's good to have seen this. At least I know how to refer back to it now. Okay, so maybe it can't. Maybe what we're trying to do is too general for it. Which I'd really be surprised by. Like in all of these cases, you have a fixed array of some type, and then you just yeah. This is really weird. Anyway, okay, let's just so. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it when there's an S in there. And bizarrely, even when we just say print any, the like what's up with all of this stuff at the end here? Like it's saying the items are all the way up to here, yeah. Anyway. It seems to be passing it. So now we want to. It's like this is so tiring. Okay. Hey yeah. So you said like S should work for array and slice of strings, but in this case here, if we're using this array list and I just say, like print here, it just says no. It says invalid format string for type array list. It doesn't like it, and so yeah, I'm very confused as to what to do. Yeah. But in any case, this is not like the real issue. The real issue is just how do we get this into a fixed, into some struct. So now, like the way we're doing it now is so crude, but it's fine. Just months from now, we'll have figured out how to do all of this stuff properly. Okay, so it's in here. It's in this array list. So now we just want to say, yeah, we'll just do the simple thing for, not simple thing, to do anything which works. For everything in this list, print out what it is. Not indexable and not a range. Why? Is it because we're doing all of this in this like testing version instead of? Oh, this is so frustrating. Let's just look up we just want a non-testing basic parser. Okay. Basic example of Zig parsing without test. Okay. Simple code examples in Zig for beginners. Parsing. Dude, why the F is Firefox not allowing me to control F this? Are you serious? Okay. Okay, I don't see parse anywhere here. No, this doesn't look like this is anything. Zig string parsing tutorial. Maybe this is what we want.
If you want to prepare for the gas...
No, it's not what we want. We can try the fast GPT. We say create a Zig file which passes a .csv file of strings. No, this isn't what we want. This is so frustrating. Why don't we go to like day 1 parsing and see how this works. Does this even require any input? Okay, it does. No, what do we want? What about day 2? This is so frustrating. So you say like dot items is what you should use. It's an array. It's an array lists slice. Dot items. So wait, so in this one here, right? So this one did compile, right? No, it didn't. But so if I say like list dot items, does this work? Nope. Okay, list dot items. Where do I find this list dot items? I tried clicking the link on Twitch and it didn't open. So in the standard documentation maybe? Yeah, what does this dot Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. So if we go back to this, what we really want to do is for list.items. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, it didn't print, but it compiled and ran. Okay, so maybe okay, yeah, so you say yeah, different okay, list.items, great. So yeah, so if we get rid of this then and then do list.items here. Okay, likewise this yeah, okay. Oh, okay, finally, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, two-step. Yeah, I'm just totally lost, as you can see. Okay. So maybe then it would actually, it would be a good exercise for me to just look into this array list then, for a bit. So we can see. Wait, come on. Surely it's at the top. No, okay. Maybe the standard library then. Not really that. What we really want is library. Like, is this a struct? How is this defined? Okay, literally a file called ArrayList.sig. Okay. Sig library standard array list. Okay. So it's turning an array list aligned. And what's this? Okay, so this is how we end up with lots of stuff. Okay. Yeah, these are the functions we want. You insert, slice, append. Okay, this is really good to know. Okay, and in particular, yeah, one of these is like items. Okay, great. Yeah, when you debug print in a test, you need to add new lines because of the way the test runs output. It uses /r, which can override your input unless you write a new line. Okay, sure. We could do that, but I also kind of want to just convert this into a like non-testing version, but just the standard main void. But to do that, instead of using this testing allocator, I'll need to use some other one. What was this person here using? On like day 5 for them, they called. What's the standard one? They did. Is it in main? Okay, so they use this like arena allocator, so maybe. So I'll try and do this one now. So we've got. So what's this? So we want this. An arena allocator. And then we're going to initialize this with something that's already been defined by the looks of it. And then actually get an allocator out of this. Allocator Okay, and then, okay, maybe we just call this alley instead. Get rid of this one. Whoa, let's see if this one works. Okay, we don't want zig test parser, we want zig run parser. Okay, okay. Accept errors, main function. Okay, great. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot happier now. Okay, this is progress. We are now from this test file. We are now printing one of the lines in this. But it's not printing everything though. It's just printing the last line. Why? Why is this happening? Yeah, any ideas to start? Like, oh, yeah, okay, I see it. Like, I'm still calling I am still calling debug print. So, even though it's not in this test anymore, maybe like, hang on, really? Okay, let's say I modified the file so that it's now this. Surely this will print out everything. Yeah, it does. So then, why does a new line kind of screw this up? Like, what's going on? I think you want to first split on new line and then split on comma. Yeah, but that is what I want to do, but I'm just confused as to why, say, like if I'm trying to tokenize any, from memory this is meant to accept like a bunch of values, and so, you know, say like I clear this and run it again, right? Like it prints out all of these arguments in this line. So then how come if I, you know, add in some new lines here, you know, like this one here, and then run it again, it prints out some kind of weird selection of that. I'm not sure I'm not sure why I'm getting that from this. Yeah, organizationally, that's what I want to do. So is it just that, am I using this tokenize any function wrong? Like, is this saying like only, like there is a larger issue, but I'm just thinking about this smaller issue now. Why is this not just printing out every single thing? Like, why isn't this just sending everything in here to a single list? That part is confusing to me. Yeah, like why? Like yeah, like if I literally print out here, like d print out, let's print out this field with the space, say. This is both of these are left debug. Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't get it. I thought like I'm passing this entire line, and then apparently I'm not. Like, oh, is it because of Windows new lines are this like R character and character? Maybe. Yeah, it was. Thanks. This kind of like stuff I find so annoying. Thanks for resolving that. Um, yep. Okay. That seemed to work. I need to put in a comment. Needed for Windows new lines. Okay. Okay. Yeah, closer to getting there. Okay, yeah. So now let's wrap this up into two loops, like you suggested. So, create one array list called the like line list for these lines. And then we also want to, okay, so now we'll iterate over, just over these lines. And then for each of these lines, we then want to also create one of these array lists for the fields. And then do something similar. So yeah, we'll just get everything looping correctly, and then we'll figure out how to move it into some struct. So then yeah, we want to do while we need to tokenize this too. So I should really call this line iterator. So go next on the line iterator, field list here, and then let's do field iterator tokenize any, but now with commas, and then do what? Yeah. So now while the field iterator is not returning null, capture the field that it's returned, and then try appending to the field list that field. Okay, and then let's just do more of this debug printing. Let's just check that everything in the field list has actually been returned. And I suppose once we create that, we should also deinitialize it after the scope is exited. Okay. Okay, we are back to business. Thanks so much again, two-step. Yeah, this stuff can be such a pain when you're learning it. It's such a pain for me when I'm learning this for the first time. Okay. I think this is what we wanted. I wanted. Let's actually get rid of that one. Oops. The debug line is here. And here we'll say debug field list. Oh, let's. I need to. I'm someone who just needs to, in order to understand that this thing is working. I just need to see these outputs. So, okay, yeah, these are the lines that we wanted, and then field list is not what we wanted. In that this field list is just meant to contain stuff from the first line, but it somehow also contains stuff from the second line too. That was not it. That was unexpected. That's why I do these manual checks. So what's going on? It's because for the field iterator, we're iterating over the test input instead of over the line. Okay, this is what I wanted. Great. Yeah, here are each of the lines in the test file, and then here are the fields. But yeah. Okay. There's like a space between this like license one here, but I'm not. I think this is just a formatting preference. You can check this. Say I put a quote there. Yep. Okay. Great. Okay. Somewhat on the way to doing this parsing then. So now I want to try and just return a struct of fixed size that contains the stuff that we want. So maybe we'll call this name1, name2. Okay. So we could say struct image, or not image, photo info. And from here, we just want this to contain the file name, which is a string. We then want the animal name, which is also a string. Then the URL. Then the author, and then the license. Okay, great. Okay, and now we somehow need to convert. We need to like send these into this struct. In theory, this should be really straightforward. In practice, we'll see how it happens. So you said, yeah, maybe just pass into a single array list of array lists. OIC and VM. Wait, what's... okay, yeah. So... so now what? Array list photo info should work then. Oh, really? Cool. I didn't know array list had these features. Okay. So when we're browsing this array list, the source code before, you're saying you can actually like instantiate it with a struct like that. I guess how? Like what is... Right, yeah, that's a struct, so that would work. Sure, yeah, we can do this. I think though I feel like I want to start trying to incorporate some of the comp time features, although this might be like a fool's around at this stage, but we could run this at comp time and then say just determine the length of the array of lines, and then once that is a number, it's a comp time number, and then we could just say create a fixed array of this photo info using that number, and then try and instantiate it that way. I finally got there. But okay, let's do the simple version like you recommended to begin with. So let's just say, photo info array. We want this to be an array list of this photo info. Do I need to initialize this and do stuff with it? I think I do. So we want to say standard dot array list photo info init with the same allocator. And now we want to fill this up with the stuff. Actually, we need to do this. Like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it all at the same time. Easier that way. So should be the first thing we do. Then we create the thing to go through the lines, and then okay, once we've gone through the fields, this is when we want to add something to this array list of photos. So now we go so now we go make photo info item to be this photo info, but now we want to say that the file name is going to equal the first instance in the field list. So field list dot fields 0, and then yeah, likewise we just want to do this for all of the others. Okay. So let's see. Let's copy these down. And then, okay, and then now we've got that, we then want to append that to the array. So what is it? Photo info. How do we add this again? Okay. And then we want to just print overall that. Oh hey, yeah. So you can say, yeah, you can greatly simplify this row. Get rid of the original array lists, the lines and fields, and just use field iterator dot next for the photo info fields. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you're saying, yeah, there's no need for. Alright, so you're saying we can actually get rid of everything in this loop and just instead iterate over field.iter next for the photo info fields. Okay. Okay. Let me have a look at that then. So next. Wait, I was looking at the iterated code earlier. I'm a bit confused how to use this field iterator next on. Okay, hang on. So. Yeah, like since the actual since this like test since this text file is extremely standard, I completely agree that there's no need to break this up into separate lines. It should be possible to just go across all of these, and then you have some counter, and whenever you've get some multiples of 5 or whatever, kind of reset it and do the next one. Okay, but actually maybe that is too complicated. So you're saying, yeah, const item. Oh, really? Photo info file name equals field iterated on next. Okay. I want to come back and try this method. Let me do my just really dumb first attempt version of this, and then I'll try this field iterator within the photo info struct. Okay, so yeah, let me just see that this stuff is getting printed out. Okay. Oh, this struct is invalid. Why? 14. Okay. Is this like, do I need to do the dot in front of all of these? No field name fields in what? Oh yeah, these are meant to be these are meant to be items. I think. Yeah, we're meant to try doing this. Okay, why is whatever's in here not printing out? So I guess I should be printing items in here. Okay, cool. Okay. It looks like things are passing. I'm just gonna save this and call this a win, and then we'll try the way nicer, simpler version that doesn't involve assigning like bajillions of memory everywhere. Again, this is a simple enough example that it doesn't ultimately doesn't matter, but in terms of learning, it does matter. Like I don't want to be doing this on an application that really matters. Okay. So get just add everything. So we can say got basic file parsing working, but in a super crude way. Okay. Push that up to GitHub. Okay. So now, yeah, let's try and work out this. Let me try and work out what you're saying. Two-step. Okay. So you're saying. Let me have a look through it again. So you're saying, yeah, keep the loops, just get rid of the array lists. Okay. So const item photo info field name equals field iterator dot next. So so use this to so actually, so for all of these, I can actually, this here can be a field iterator. Unexpected that I could be basically running a function in here, but okay, let's, I can definitely try that. So, yeah, so instead of this part here then, instead of this, you're saying, okay, let me just duplicate this. So you're saying instead of have this stuff here, there'd be field iter dot next, and basically sort of replace this for all of these. How do I I know there's a way to do this in Emacs with the rectangles, but sometimes I think just doing it like that is quicker than remembering remembering what it is. Okay. Okay. And then what else have I done wrong here? 49. Oh, okay. I still need to. Oh wow. Okay, this is really cool. Thanks so much. I didn't. Okay. Yeah, this is already a lot nicer. Yeah, I was not expecting that to be possible in Zig whatsoever. I thought whatever in here just had to be just a reference to a pointer and not this thing is returning a pointer, but I didn't realize you could kind of make that what you wanted. Actually, yeah, I guess that doesn't make sense. Like you could, each of these could just be some arbitrary function that returns a pointer, and then, and yeah, it's maybe something like this is even possible in Odin. I guess I've never actually programmed in a way like this before, but hey, yeah, it works. Great. Okay. So get rid of this then. And then, okay. So now trying what's probably completely folly, but trying to do comp time stuff in this now. So that ideally I can just return a, just, this can just be some comp time function. And then it will return like a fixed array of all of these things with all of the information filled in. Oh yeah. I think I used this in some of the Ziegling's exercises. But I've forgotten what those were. So yeah, that's right. So I guess this is saying kind of like try the next iterator, and or else unreachable. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah. So what do we want to do now? I think I just want to calculate like the length of how many lines there are in the file. It's probably a really easy way of doing that. We could just literally go over the bytes in test.input and count how many new lines there are. So I can say the number of lines, and then we want this to be okay. I feel like I'm still not oh, okay, I don't need to rewrite this. Great. Standard.memory.count. Great. This exists. Let's have a look at that. Lib standard, and then memory dot memory dot count. I might have to adjust the temperature again. That's so bad. $12.72. Okay, so this is saying, oh, okay. Returns the numbers of needles inside the haystack. Needle.length must be greater than 0. Does not count overlapping needles. So yeah, just tell it that it's a string. Actually, what is the... Yeah. So tell it. Okay. Let's try this. So, yeah, standard.mem.count, and then this was we're doing strings, so it needs to be U8, and then it's the test data, then, test input, and then the needle, which is, okay, one of these. I guess that's it, and then just to make sure this is kind of counting in the correct way, so may as well print this out. Number of lines. Okay. Nope. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm doing something. Wait, what? No, yeah, this one should be a string. But yeah, how do we figure out what this error is then? What's going on here? Is it to do with this one? Okay, it is this line. Am I just meant to tell it that it's... No. Oh, okay. It's I keep on. This is, the 50th time I've made that error. Okay. Okay, and then we're saying here that it contains two lines as expected. So then, given that, instead of using for this, where's the array list? Where do we define this again? Yeah, instead of this one here, we can now make this a constant. So we can now say, let's make this uppercase. Make this the number of lines of a photo info. And then, likewise, yeah, we should be able to do that. And then, okay. Undeclared identifier, number of lines. Oops. Okay, this is really debug. We don't really need it anymore. Types are not available at runtime. Oh yeah, this is very much true. But yeah, since we're doing this with comp time, it should be fine anyway. The question is, okay, let's just do that. So we want this to be the result of a function that we'll call pass input. Okay. And then now we can say parse input is not going to accept any, it doesn't need any values, but it's going to return the number of lines with this photo info. And now we kind of need to move stuff from here into here. Okay, or we could do it. Yeah, I agree. We could do it by saying it's equal to undefined. But I'll fall back on that if this method fails. Okay, so then now we want to say. I feel a bit weird about like saying call all of these heap arenas and stuff at comp time, but I guess it's fine. Okay, so is this going to like, will anything bad happen by me doing this? First of all, we need to define something that we're going to return the stuff in. So now, you can't use any allocators at comp. Oh, okay, this is gonna stuff up. Okay, you can't use any allocators at comp time except fixed buffer allocator. Okay. That's okay. Since everything is since we have a limit on this stuff, this is what we should be doing. So okay. So now we can say here temp. Let's copy all of this. Back to here. Okay. So yeah, make this this temp buffer number of lines times, let's just like, no line is going to exceed 1,000 characters, so that will be a safe upper limit. And then yeah, this fixed buffer allocator, do that. I think 60. What am I doing? Okay, so got this, and then get rid of this. So yeah, then if we're doing this array list, move it here to test allocator. But I also need to define a variable to actually set the output to. So I'm going to say the output here is going to equal this number of lines and then the photo info. So you'll say, you could declare it like fair result, number of lines, photo info equals undefined. Yeah, sure. I like result better than output anyway. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then now let's see. I think that should be fine. Yeah, now we're tokenizing over this. hang on, what's yeah, I don't see why you need temp buffer and the test alloc. Yeah, I this is something to think about. Why do I not need this stuff? Um, so yeah, so all of this stuff is just the compiler knows all of this since that itself is comp time, and then oh yeah, so right, so yeah, you mentioned that since these things are since like fixed buffer allocators themselves are at accessible at compile time, we don't need them. I guess I'm unsure then of how to set up these field iterators and line iterators in such a way that they just kind of happen at comp time without still defining some kind of allocator. Like yeah, how do you do iteration at comp time without setting up an allocator? I totally believe that you don't need to set one up. I'm just not sure how to write that or call it. Um, and then okay, instead of appending this one, we just want to index this array. So you see, yeah, just get rid of the array list. The iterators already work at comp time. No allocators needed. Okay, this feels like magic. But okay, this would be amazing if this works. Because this is kind of what I want from Zig actually. Just I can just say do this thing at comp time and I don't need to set up other stuff. Okay, so I will bravely ignore all of this stuff. So yeah, no array list needed here. And then, yeah, we're saying tokenize any this thing. And then in this while loop, I do want to keep track of, like yeah, the index in this photo info. So we could say photo info index, make this 0, and then at the end of what's the syntax again? There's a syntax for a while loop where you add in like the thing you want to happen at the end of each of these loops. Index. I think it's that. We'll see. And then for all of this, I guess I can get rid of this entirely and just say now it is the result photo index photo info index is equal to this thing. Okay. I need a colon in the while loop. Thank you for that correction. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then to check that this has worked, we want to just do the photo info array. Okay. There's going to be compiler errors. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, there shouldn't be an array list here. So what do we, okay. Let me just read through this again. So yeah, define this thing which will be our output. Make that at 0. Yeah, tokenize any of this thing. Take some line. Yeah, tokenize any of that thing. Then do that. Okay. Comp time call of extern function. Quote from here. Okay, yeah. You need to remove the prints at comp time. Ah, okay, yep. That makes complete sense. Okay. Function with non-void return type implicitly returns. Forgot to return result. Oh, yep. Yep. Later. Thank you so much, Two Step. You've been. I'm not sure I could have actually gotten through this far tonight without your help. Fantastic. Okay. This almost looks like what I want, but some of these empty entries are concerning. Let's see. Return is in the wrong scope. Yep. That is correct. Ah, fantastic. Okay. Wow. Oh no. This. Okay. Yeah. This has been excellent. Okay. Okay. And I feel like this is the first time I'm truly like using the comp time power of Zig. Like in other, I feel like in other projects I would have had to. So in Odin, for instance, I could get this embedded into the executable at compile time, no problem. But doing stuff like this is basically impossible. All of this would have had to be done at runtime. And so, yeah, it's... Yeah, which could be a pain. And I think in times when I've had to do that, I've then previously written like 2 Odin files, and one Odin file has simply like used this to. I had to just do some really nasty stuff. And this is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Great. Okay. So now I guess now it's time to incorporate this in the project. But I'm not gonna lie, I already feel tired. I haven't yet had dinner, and it's nearly 8 o'clock. So I think this is a good place to stop for the day. Got comp time parser working. A huge thanks. Oh, am I allowed to like reference you in the Git message 2-step? Okay. Okay. Huge thanks. But yeah, like you basically carried me the entire time. Uh, 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 for carrying. Uh, okay. Great. Okay. And yeah, I will. I'll call this a night, and then next time, which will almost certainly be tomorrow. Yeah, we will start getting all of this information um, into the app when it decides to build. So yeah, we'll change all of these with the actual information in the file. We'll start. We'll get some more images, get the textures going, and then when correct options are selected, next screen advances. But okay, yeah. Thanks so much again to Steph. It took us like 2.5 hours to get here. It probably would have taken me 5, if not several days, without your help. So yeah, yeah. Bye for now.